Alright, welcome back. This is Cradler90, another Dead by Daylight gameplay here as Survivor. I've got two games on tap for you today. The first game is miserable, despicable almost, and very sad. I tried my best, but you'll see that my best is nowhere near good enough to even beat, I think, rank 20 killers. Here I'm showing you my setup for Meg, my perks, my items. I'm bringing a toolbox to this one with an add-on. Please note that the camera is certainly not synced up to my voice. I'm recording this a day later from when I played it. And I've tried my hand at some video editing techniques, such as cutting out load times in some scenarios. So please enjoy that. I thought everyone would like uh, the somewhat smoother process. So here we are. We're right in to the suffocation pit on the Maximilian estate. This was an embarrassing game, but I think I've learned from it, and what I'm learning is really focus on trying to mind game and or loop around the killers. And when a killer has, which this killer has, is a thrown weapon, keep that in mind and don't run in straight lines. And I guess that's the same for killers with sprint weapons. Anyway, and why am I hanging around over here? I don't know. I should have just booked it. I get caught on the landscape, or as they say in the cycling world, the road furniture. And here's another big mistake because I don't know the maps. I come in here, I get smacked by Bunny Man. I forget what this killer's actual name is. Then I run into, I think, a dead end and get smacked again. And that's my first down. And I'm wiggling. That's A and D on the keyboard if you're playing on the PC, like I am. And he drives that hook straight through my shoulder. And the other survivor on my team makes a critical mistake here, in my opinion, because he unhooks me so quickly that the killer is right there. The killer smacks him. I'm still injured, and the killer, I don't know. I think he tries to focus me down. Probably sensed that I was the weakest link on this team. So I'm running, but I think I hear the heartbeat in the back of my head this entire time. Or maybe not. But anyway, I come over here, I see a generator. I use my toolbox on it. And I start going to town. I think I have an add-on that prevents skill checks while I'm using the toolbox. But the toolbox ran out because it was one of the uh, lowest ranked ones. So here I am using skill checks, trying to get at least one gen up. One of my survivor teammates did manage to get a gen up and running. I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm doing here. I think I've gotten better at the skill checks. But in the background, you could see the killer's right on top of me. And I waited way too long. He was able to sense me. And here I am again on the chase. Rolling through these spindles. Killer's throwing crap at me, hatchet, and boom, gets me with a thrown weapon. Just picks me up. Picks me up like I'm nothing, like I'm a piece of you know what, which I am in this game, and hooks me. And I half-heartedly at this point, I'm struggling. I know the game's a loss, at least for me. I know that he has my number, so to say. So I think I'm hitting space, but I'm not really. I'm kind of really focused on the next game, which I'll have for you guys in a moment. Oh, here comes another survivor, but this killer's right on us, and there I go. So I take a look at the tab screen, see what's up. I lost my offering for almost nothing, and we'll move on to the next game in a minute or so. I just look through the stats. Some people enjoy that. I kind of enjoy looking through the stats, even if I stunk. And there you go. I think we have double blood points this weekend, so I'm going to have to hop on and check it out in between packing up my life in the background. That's why my apartment's such a mess right now. Leaving the wonderful Manhattan for pastures anew. Anyway, here's game number 2. Pretty sweet video editing, I know. And we're again in an outdoor map. This time I try and take a little bit more careful approach, looking at my surroundings, looking up in the sky for generators. I see one over here. I slow vault over the wall, and I don't know if that was my lag or her lag, but you could see there was some spottiness. Anyway, we start on this generator, using the toolbox until it's exhausted. See if we can't get a gen up right away. And I don't remember who the killer was, but I'm much more cautious this time. I heard oh, it's a nurse. I heard the heartbeat, and I started booking it. Or maybe it's not the nurse. Maybe it's that ghoul thing. I forget. And I'm doing loops. Thinking I'm pretty cool. I'm thinking, oh, he hits me, and I'm like, here's another game where I'm the first one targeted and the first one dead. But I actually think that I put him in a pretty good loop chase here. Or at least convinced him to get the heck away from me, which is what my goal was. Anyway, so I'm walking back to find another generator, maybe get healed if I can find one of my teammates. Oh, there's a teammate on the gen, but let's just finish this one up. Ooh, another survivor. Look at that. 2 gens already. So I guess I did a good job by running away from the killer. It gave everyone else time to fix those generators. We only need 2 left. And that's 1 terrible healing by my survivor. That's number 2. And right here you can see my face on my webcam. I'm smacking my head. That was frustrating. I'm back into a crouch, and he's hooked someone. So, or at least he's downed someone. That gives me some confidence that I can go over to this generator and start working on it. And I'm actually going to go and try and unhook that survivor. So you can see I'm stalking, I'm taking a look. And I think this type of monster is able to, I don't know, bury parts of himself in places and then pop up and scare you. But I've dealt with him at least in one other game, so I kind of know that. I know what he's able to do, so I'm not that scared. I hang out here, and I go up there, and I'm gonna try and save this poor soul from eternal damnation and doom. I walk up this Japanese pagoda, moss covered, and yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think that's actually the bad guy. So, and if it is, then he wasn't able. I guess maybe there's invincibility frames when you're unhooking. But I got the person. I got out. I'm still one hit, but that's okay. And I'm running from something. I guess it's the killer. But I'm going to put him through loops. I know there's pallets usually around here. There's a pallet over there. So if he's still following me, which he is, I'm going to loop him around, bring him over here, throw a pallet down. I screwed that up, and he downed me. He outplayed me there. This little guy somehow hoists me up onto his shoulder. I'm wiggling. Finds a hook. Meets me. And smacks me. There's 4 generators done, 1 left, and I'm just hoping that I have a kind, altruistic, loving, and humanitarian of a teammate. I know it's not this one because she's fleeing. That was a terrible move, but that gives time for him to get me unhooked. Anyway, all the generators that are necessary to be powered are powered. I get stuck over here, and I figure, okay, he's just hooked someone. Let me open up this crate. I need items. There might be a nice item in here. That's at least what's going through my mind. And while the killer is busy. And what's in there is a nice flashlight. So I think I use it a little bit in this game, but I'm going to go over and I thought I was going to go over. I realized that's not really the killer. That's one of his traps. And I'm still booking it away. And I think I'm trying to find the other gate with the power switch where you can close the gates. And my gut tells me it's on the other side of the map, because usually, at least in the games I've played, they're kind of symmetrically opposed from each other. And someone opened it. I believe that's what when there's a yellow bar across the screen and red veins going through the floor, I think that means that someone opened up the gate. So now I'm booking it over to the nearest open gate so I can get out. I see survivors, and I figure, oh, it's right over here. Do I help? Yeah, I'm going to help. Pass a skill check. And then, no, I'm like, let's just go before any of us get caught and die. It scares me a little bit, but I make it out. And there we go. So there's an escape game, and you could just see my enthusiasm on the webcam over there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to pass through some of the statistics screens over here, and then we'll get out of here. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I ranked up to rank 18. So successful survivor game. All right. Thank you again, everyone.